It's official, everyone. I have nothing to wear. But for real, I don't know why I'm wearing this t-shirt because it's so cold outside that I'm actually wearing a robe on top of my pants. It's so chilly. Hello everyone, I'm here today to share with you guys another 5 first impression, and this time I wanted to test out brands that I actually haven't tested out before. Test out some new meat within the makeup community. So I bought some stuff from Sephora, I bought some stuff online, I got some stuff from Sally Beauty Supply, like kind of went all over the place, and I thought it'd be fun to just kind of experiment with new brands a little bit. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do, give it a big thumbs up, because then I know that you like this kind of content. It actually is helpful. I know I say it at every single video, but it really does make a difference. And also make sure you subscribe because I do new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and also Sunday. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Also Saturdays if you watch RachhLoves Live. Just saying. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and without further ado, let's get into this. And I'm gonna zoom in a minute because I'm gonna start with my eyeballs, and I thought I would start out with Violet Voss. I've never tested out any of their products before. I bought this from Sephora, and it's their Like a Boss palette. I actually took it out of the packaging already because I just painted my nails. I'm kind of still waiting for them to dry. And these are the shades right here. We have a bunch of mattes and some shimmers as well, and people have been saying how amazing these eyeshadows are. So I'm excited to kind of like play with them a little bit. And this is one of their newer palettes, or if not their most recent palette that they launched. Well, they're creamy. I was not expecting that. Ooh, that's pretty. It's got a really neat sort of a duochrome, almost like a greeny tint to it with a brown undertone. It's very reflective without being glittery, and very pigmented, and like, again, I can't say it enough. It is creamy. Let's try these mattes, and we will start with Boss. This better be a good one since the whole entire palette is named for this shade. Oh, okay, Violet Voss. That's an impressive swatch for a matte. And I think what I'm gonna do today is I'm going to do one eye, and then I'm gonna zoom in and talk about the whole process, what I liked, what I didn't like. Sometimes I start over if like the pigmentation isn't working or something is too patchy, so I'll talk about all that. Hopefully that's not the case for this, but you never know. So let's zoom in and get this look going. Okay, so now we're zoomed in, and I'm covering my eye because not only did I just zoom in, but I went very dramatic with this look. But here's the look. You can see right here, very dramatic, but I like it. I'm excited to continue kind of filling it in and finishing it up, but I wanted to kind of talk about my experience with it so far. Honestly, this has been a really, really nice palette. They are super blendable, easy to use. Like, look how gorgeous this shade right here is. That's the shade Royal. It just blends onto the skin like butter. So now I'll actually walk you through what I actually did to achieve this look. And I started with this shade right here. This is the color Hustle, and I just applied that all over the crease. I'm using a really, really light hand when I'm blending this, and I'm going diagonally back, not really down as much as like across. Can I also count this as a tutorial? Because I mean, technically I'm doing like a 2-in-1, right? And basically what I'm doing is I'm looking for where the line is of the crease that I want to create, which is sort of like this rounded shape right here. And I'm creating a nice soft crease to sort of allow the darker colors to blend up to. Now I'm just gonna brush off my little pencil brush that I have here, just to make sure there's no blue in it at all. And I'm going to go into the shade Serve, which is this one right here. And I'm gonna use that shade to start the outline of the crease. And I'm keeping my eye open. I wanna be able to put the crease up here so you can actually see it kind of smoking out. I'm gonna go back with the big fluffy brush, and I'm going to blend in a little bit more of the Hustle shade just to make that more of a gradient. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take this teeny tiny little brush, and I'm gonna use it to like draw in like a line that I want the blue to go up to. I'm gonna start with Boss, this one right here, and then I'll probably go in with Snatched as well and kind of combine the two, but I want to start with the lighter shade, which is Boss, and work my way up. Now I'm gonna go in with the shade Royal right up here, and I'm gonna use a flat brush to pick up more pigment. And I'm also going to use a little Fix Plus on the brush, and that's just gonna really make those metallics pop. You notice I am taking my time. I am going nice and slow, doing little areas at a time before working my way up to that crease. And then the outer corner here, I am going to be using a mixture of a Snatched, this one, and Inspo down here, so the black. So I'm keeping the black more against the lash line and sort of into more of a wing shape, and then smoking it out to the dark brown. Now I'm gonna go in with Snatched in that tiny little brush, and I'm gonna go over that teeny tiny little line where I want the crease to be really defined. And then I'm gonna go and use my pencil brush to kind of soften it a bit. Then I'm just gonna apply a little bit more of that lighter Hustle shade with a soft fluffy brush, more up near the brow bone, sort of to soften the harsher line that's right there. Actually, I want to take a smaller brush for this. Thought I wanted a fluffy brush, but I don't. I'm gonna go back and forth with the brown and with the blue, the royal shade, back and forth between that line to sort of soften it. So here's at least the start to the eye look. I really like it. I've never done such a defined crease before, so that was kind of fun. I've put on some mascara. I am going to play around with some lashes a little bit later. I know, lashes. But first I want to do my brows, and I'm going to be testing out the Ardell Brow products. Now, I bought these from Sally Beauty Supply. I've never tried out the products other than the Ardell false lashes, which I have used before, but never their like makeup stuff. So I bought their pomade as well as their fiber gel stuff, and I figured I would just at least see what it's all about. The shade I bought is medium brown, which looks like it might be a little, oh darn it. I took a gamble. There are no mirrors there. And then I left my phone in the car, so I couldn't even use my camera. Like, was the thing. So the product actually comes with its own one, so I will be using this to apply the product, see how good it is. I do like so far the spoolie. The spoolie is nice. I don't like the ones that are really weak, you know, the ones that just sort of like graze over the brow hairs and not like cut through them, you know? I don't have time for your weak bristles. My brows need some order. So far so good in terms of formula. It is applying well. I like the applicator actually. It's working quite well. It has a nice angled tip to it, so it makes it easy to get very precise lines if you want. And the color isn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Actually, now that I think about it, I should have done it the other way around. I should have used the filler in first and then used the pomade to sort of fill in around it. But what can you do? That's what today is all about. Experimenting. Maybe I'll get this out of the package. Maybe I won't. Maybe it'll be stuck in here forever. Honestly, this is just embarrassing. Why can't I get this? All right, fine. Just gonna stab it. All right, so that is what the wand actually looks like. It is a very, very tiny little bristled wand and it has little mini fibers attached to it. I will say that this shade looks very different than the pomade, and they're both medium brown, which is kind of weird. Is that just me, or did that really darken my brows up and like really make them not as warm? That's just weird. It's so bizarre that it's the same shade and yet it's not. And because I'm kind of curious what this fiber gel actually looks like without any product in my brows, I'm going to just apply the fiber to this eye, and then if I need to touch up any areas, I'll use the pomade. So there's one eyebrow with just the fiber in, and to me, it does make a difference. Like, it does look fuller. I like the whole wispy vibe that's going on with it. I will touch up little areas just to make it the same as this brow. But I do like the effect. I think I like my Hourglass fiber gel a little bit better because it gives more of a, like a fuller brow, like an even more dramatic brow. But this one is a lot cheaper, and I think it does do the job really well. I'm gonna finish up the rest of my makeup in the areas where I'm not testing out products, and we'll be right back. All right, now on to the false lashes. I actually have two different types because I'm not really sure which angle I wanna go. I was originally gonna start with the House of Lashes because I've never tried their stuff before, and they sent this beautiful like press kit of some of their new faux mink ones. So I was gonna try one of these gorgeous lashes, but I think first I wanna try out the Ardell Magnetic Accent. And I bought these from the Sally Beauty Supply outlet, so I thought I'd give them a try first because, again, no glue. Also, accent lashes are like so much easier to use. So basically you're supposed to sit these on top of the lashes, like so. So far, nailing it. And then you sandwich these, I guess, underneath. Oh, I take it back. It's really not as easy as I thought. Did I get it? Are they sandwiched now? All right, these are awful. I don't like these at all. Oh my gosh, these are so annoying. And this is coming from someone that doesn't like false lashes. I will do anything to make these work. What I think is the issue is that the lash isn't as flexible as it needs to be, because as soon as you sit it on there and the magnets attach up, they're like, yes! And then they straighten out the band. And so it's like sitting on my lashes and not against the lash line. So it doesn't look right. And also just the shape of the lashes, the actual lash itself, they look like those really cheap lashes, you know, those like really stick kind of like straw ones. And then also when you put them together, they don't look very natural for an accent lash. You want it to taper a little bit more so it blends into the rest of your lashes and not like, boop, there's my block of lashes. And like, I know Ardell knows how to do lashes. Like, I've bought their demis for years, and I actually just bought their new, they have the shorter demis, which I'm really excited about. So I know they know how to make cute lashes. It's just this, I feel like needs some work. Since those were a fail, let's try the House of Lash ones. First of all, the lashes are really pretty. Oh my gosh, this is so dramatic. This is more dramatic than I would ever wear ever in my entire life. And like, other than this part, I still feel like they're too dramatic. I'm just not used to it. Nope, this one's too much. Hold on, they have other ones though. Aha! Now that's more my speed. Okay, I can make this one work. What is this? This is the Lavish Noir ones. That is what it looks like up close. It is a much softer lash, and it just adds some nice pretty volume. Wish me luck, everyone. Hopefully this only takes, you know, under 20 minutes. Okay, so the lashes. Applying them was really, really easy. I loved the way that they look. You can see in close up here what one eye looks with it and one eye looks without it. But because of this specific look that I chose to do today, it looks too overpowering with the lash. You don't see that beautiful pop of blue. I do like them in my limited experience with them. I applied them once and set them down and they were done. And that's really good because usually it takes me like a couple of tries to get them to like sit properly if the band is too thin, and then it's really difficult. Like, I'm not great with lashes, but these were really nice. So far so good. I will save them for another occasion. But yeah, that's where we're at. So now I want to test out a new highlight. This was from Artist Couture. This is a new brand to Sephora, though it's really, really popular on Instagram. And I'm using the Diamond Glow powder in the shade Gold Digger. This is a loose powder highlight, and it looks so pretty online. When I was looking at all the swatches, I was like, ugh, yes, more of that, please. I think there's a sticker on it. It's not coming off. All right, haha, I did it. It's like surgery. Oh my goodness, that is glitter. Very pretty, nice shade. I think this will look good on my skin tone. I like that it's a combination of sort of like a white champagne, but it has that nice gold undertone to it. Let me try applying it wet, see what that looks like. No, I don't like that because then it just takes out the pretty white shade and just leaves the glitter. So I guess we'll just try and dust this on the face then. Like, I'm gonna see what this looks like in daylight and see if it actually looks really glittery on the skin. In my lights, like set up here, it looks really pretty. Let's stick some in the inner corner and see what happens. Yeah, no, this is gonna be way too glittery for me. Like, it's getting to be very difficult to get it into the inner corner. I can see little chunks of glitter there. Like, this is not blending well. I don't think it's necessarily a bad product. It's just not a product that I am going to enjoy using. All right, and last but not least, I'm gonna be trying a lip gloss. This is from Dose of Colors, and it is the shade Undressed. I had a couple of different ones here. I also had one of their liquid matte shades in Coral Crush because I didn't know what I wanted to do with my eyes yet. But I think because my eye makeup is so heavy, I want to go a little lighter on the lips today. It feels really nice. It's not too oily, but it's not too thick and creamy either. But it does feel like something that would get on my teeth really easily. You know, that sort of consistency. So I feel like I wouldn't buy one of the glosses in a really dark color unless I was gonna do it as like a dab in the center of the lips or something, because I feel like it would get everywhere. So what do we think of this? Do we like it? I like it. I will update you guys at the end of the day. We're gonna see what it looks like and how everything wears, which I'm kind of curious about, especially with this glittery highlight. Like, it looks so pretty, but yet I feel like too much glitter. So now I'm gonna go about my day, you know, take my kids to the park, go grocery shopping. No, I'm not gonna go grocery shopping. I don't even remember the last time that I went grocery shopping and didn't go to a grocery store to buy makeup. But I will be back to give you guys an update tonight. I totally just filmed my end of day wrap up with the mic not plugged in. Oh, Rachel, come on, check these things. So update, first of all, the eyeshadow, beautiful. However, this one little spot right here is like a little bit patchy. I don't know if I just like missed it or somehow or something, or it was patchy because of the eyeshadow primer, because like everything else looked really beautiful all day. So I do like it. I will continue to use it. I may pick up a couple of other eyeshadow palettes from them too, because they're really pretty. And then the gloss was nice. It wasn't super long wearing, but I wasn't really expecting it to be. The color's really pretty, Undressed. So I really, really enjoyed this color. Will be wearing again. And then for the brows, they're pretty good. They're kind of like all over the place though, because the fiber gel just wasn't, I don't know, it wasn't sticky, like gluey enough, you know, to like keep them in place, or as much as I personally like. And the highlight, I don't know, I think it's just me. I don't love glittery highlights. It's worn off throughout the day, so it's just speckling of gold highlight, which is pretty for Coachella, but not great for every day. for me personally. And now I'm gonna have Palomas with my brother-in-law, my sister-in-law, who are staying here with us for the week because some stuff happened with their living situation, which I will get into on Saturday in case you're interested. And if you want to meet them, you can go and check out the video on RachhLoves Life, which is right up here. Brendan and Lauren, you will meet them there. And also don't forget to check out Sunday's video. I had so much fun just sharing all these like random stories of things that have happened to me, a lot of embarrassing stories. Most of them Chris didn't know, in case you were wondering. And if you do end up in one of these videos, which I recommend personally, I mean, I am kind of biased, but leave me a comment there and let me know you're coming from this video, because I told you guys to do that in the Sunday video, and seeing all the different videos you guys ended up with, looking through my phone, like I've been obsessively commenting back and like hearting all of your comments. And don't forget to subscribe because you're already here and the button is right here. Like it's right there. Did I get it? Maybe this big? I don't know. I think it's this big. New videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And I will have a new video for you guys on Thursday that I'm filming tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow. It's very good. I'm excited. And as always, I hope you guys are having an amazing week, and I will see you guys all on Thursday. Love you, girls. Mwah.